I thought it was a very compelling conference call. The stock was down a couple before it started, and I liked very much about what he had to say about ESPN Plus. And what he basically said, what David's been saying, is there's been a moderation of decline. ESPN Plus, he says, is better than expected, which begs the question, as he says, well, what was expected? Because it was his own expectations. But you know what? I was very positively inclined, and obviously we care more about the future. There's a moment in the call right at the end, he's almost exasperated, Bob, where he talks about, here's what we have coming out next year. We got Avengers, Dumbo, Captain Marvel, Dumbo, Avengers, Aladdin, Toy Story 4, The Lion King, Artemis Fowl, Jungle Cruise, Frozen 2, Star Wars episode, blah, blah. And then he goes and repeats them. Once again, he says, just in case people missed it. So I think he's trying to change the narrative here. He's talking about movies. He's talking about ESPN Plus. He's talking about the future. And those who are focused on the past are doomed to repeat themselves and continue to say that the stock's not worth buying as it goes higher.
But one of the interesting things was also, I mean, he clearly states the launch of the direct-to-consumer products at the end of 2019 is the biggest priority.
Yes.
Biggest priority of the company during calendar 2019. So we're going to spend a lot of time talking about that coming launch, which is still more than a year away.
BAMTech was mentioned in the first 5 minutes.
Very early on. And when I've discussed with BAMTech with Bob, I mean, as baseball fans, he's talking about this notion of the platform. If you put the platform on these new screens, these HD TV, the equivalent of HD screens for your computer, you're talking about a huge number of things you can watch. And he also talked about, 200 football games? A huge number of football games he has. So I thought he spun a great tale. The stock's rally ahead of time made it so you had to have an unbelievable tale, and you did not get that. We did not get hard numbers on ESPN Plus, but I'm taking Bob's word for it. I think that's wrong. 200 college football games?
It's a good point. You've got to remember the stock had rallied into this print pretty dramatically over the last Friday and Monday.
I reiterate that it goes to 123.
Yeah.
I reiterate that.